Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my podcast and welcome back to part two of Mindset and Psychology. And today we're going to talk about psychology. Now, what is psychology? Psychology is the scientific study of our mental processes and behavior. It includes everything we do, think, and feel. And the primary goals of psychology is to describe, explain, predict, and change behavior. Now, let's go through these four. First, describe. Observing our behavior and noting everything about it, what is happening, when it happens, with whom it happens, and under what circumstances. Number two, explain. Understanding and providing reasons for our behavior and mental processes. Number three, predicting, so forecasting our behavior accurately. And number four, change, so using psychological knowledge to prevent unwanted behavior and outcomes or bring out desired goals. Now, of course, there's many branches to psychology. I'm only going to go through three today. One, cognitive psychology. Cognitive psychology studies mental processes such as perception, memory, problem solving, and critical thinking. Developmental psychology, so it examines growth and change throughout our lifespans. And social psychology explores how individuals influence and are influenced by the people around them. Now, why is psychology important? First, understanding self and others, so helps us comprehend our own thoughts, emotions, and behavior, as well as those of others, which of course leads to effective communication, which comes to number two, effective communication. It enables us to communicate more effectively, enhancing our relationships and reducing misunderstandings. And a book I recommend for psychology about those around you and understanding those around you is called Surrounded by Idiots. You should really read it. Number three, decision making. It aids us in making better decisions by considering other factors such as cognitive biases, emotions, and social influences. Mental health provides tools for managing stress, anxiety, and other mental health challenges. And number five, education and learning. Applying psychological theories and techniques enhances teaching and learning. Now, this is what psychology means. I'm going to go through a concept that comes under the bracket of mindset and psychology. Did you know that the only thing that separates humans from the animal kingdom is the frontal lobe of our brain, specifically the neurocortex of the frontal lobe? It operates at a wavelength of alpha and beta and doesn't turn on until we're 7 years old because kids operate in theta wavelength. Which is why also Aristotle quotes, "Give me the child for 7 years and I'll give you the man." Us humans are a creature of habit. When we use our intelligence to make a decision, it happens here in the neurocortex of the brain. But when this pattern becomes repetitive, our neurocortex hands it to our midbrain. Hence, it becomes an unconscious behavior, which we call a habit. Let's take choosing between fries and salad as an example. Now, of course, if you chose fries the first time or salad the first time, you thought about it, you made a decision, and you went with it. Second, third, and fourth time, if you keep choosing the same thing, it becomes a habit, you'll keep sticking to it, and so on. That's why we have to make effective choices in our lives. We're using our conscious brain only a very, very small amount of the time for that critical decision making. The rest of the time, almost 95% of the time, we're basically sleeping awake. We have to control that compass in our brain that leads us to decision making, because once our habits become healthy and effective, this becomes our default. So if we unconsciously let go of that compass, let go of that way we're going through, that journey, we go back to our default. And our default is also healthy. So even if you stop going to the gym, it doesn't mean you stop eating well. It doesn't mean you stop exercising, maybe even at home. So you go back to your default, your default state. Because I'm telling you, after hours and hours of research about psychology, I've come to the conclusion that the first law of personal growth is that people will never rise above the opinion they have about themselves, about what they think about themselves. Like we said about the mindset and psychology, how we see things, how we view things, our behavior. It all begins with self-aware. By observing our internal dialogue, these small negative thoughts, you can start shifting them. The key is to take control over these decisions, over your emotions, over the way you see things. Because essentially our body is programmable. We have to break free of those limiting beliefs of our comfort zone. We have to program our body in a certain way that we believe and see fit in a healthy and positive manner. Because all this leads us to the environment that's around us. Environment trumps will. And if you don't surround yourself with the positive and right environment, trust me, guys, you will be the ninth person that smokes, the ninth person that's negative. If you're in a group of 8, over time, no matter, maybe I'm not saying it's impossible, maybe you do resist yourself from being affected by this group, by this negative group, but over time you could turn into them and you can become like them. So whether they smoke, whether they are very negative, and so on. 3 things I want to tell you guys. Stop putting the wrong things in, start putting the right things in, and get things that shouldn't be there out. All these news that we hear around us every single day, they've been there for the past 15 years. Wars happen everywhere, they happen here, they happen there, but always believe, always take out the positive out of everything. Economy has always been bad, has always been terrible. Even when it's good, the news will show you it's bad. They just want clickbait, they want views, they want people to read, they want people to be negative. So take the positive outcomes even when the economy is bad. What can I do? Is this an opportunity for me? Can I find a niche in the market to open up a business? And so on. Look at a basic, simple example. The Amazon rainforest, millions and thousands of animals, many things happens in the forest daily. What do they show you? The animals eating each other. They never show you, an animal giving birth. They never show you anything positive most of the time. They try to show you that, the animals are eating each other. Maybe this animal is going out of extinction and another new animal is born, another new species. But they never try to show you the positive things. So we have to program ourselves and our lives and the way we see things into being positive. We have to look at each other, look at ourselves, and reflect and be positive. Another thing I want to talk to you guys about, after we've talked about mindset, psychology, the unconscious mind, doubting yourself, let's just summarize everything I said. Why is mindset and psychology important in our daily lives? Career success, mindset and psychology, they play a very crucial part in career advancement and influencing job decision making, even in our businesses. Promotes leadership skills, performance, and professional relationships. Health and well-being, applying a psychological principle and cultivating a growth mindset can improve mental health and physical health, leading to a higher quality of life. Personal growth, both mindset and psychology contribute to personal growth and fulfillment by facilitating self-discovery, goal setting, and continuous development. Problem solving, understanding our human behavior and mindset aids us to solve these problems. It takes out all the negativity and the biases we have and helps us find innovative solutions to our problems, which can be very good also in business life, of course. If you find an innovative solution to a problem, you can turn that into a business. And of course, happiness and fulfillment. What can be better? What can be more fulfilling than being a positive and healthy human being? And lastly, I want to talk to you guys about time management. It's a concept that comes under the bracket of both mindset and psychology. It has personally helped me and aided me out of the time in my life. For time management, you need to be specific. You need to be organized. You need to have a notebook, notes, your reminder app, anything, and have specific daily tasks. This time I'm going to uni. This time I'm going to school. I'm eating at this time. Even when you eat, everything. Gym, podcast, all of it included in your timetable. Have it organized. Why? That way, first, you can fit a lot in one day. Second, when you are completing these tasks and when you program yourselves daily to these routines, your brain programs itself to focus on the specific task. So when you move on to the second task, your brain automatically switches to focusing on the second task, so you're being way more effective. I once traveled, done a podcast episode went to uni, traded, and went to the gym, and of course ate in between in a matter of 12 hours. So I want you guys to be very specific, very organized, and have routines and time management skills. It will really help you, especially for those who are in uni and school, and of course those who work. But uni and school, for example, in IB, you have 6 subjects. You can't study 6 subjects at one time, of course. So you have to be very organized. I learned that during school. Very organized, very specific, in order to achieve and study all of the subjects. Thank you guys for tuning in for both part 1 and 2. I want you guys to take this away, lock in, and stay well. Bye-bye.